Yo guys, how's it going? We're on my Rogue in Eye of the Storm, and I'm going to read off the 7.2.5 Sub-Rogue changes, because I've heard they're really good. So yeah, we'll just get right into it. I'm just going to try to PvP and read at the same time, which is going to be a little bit difficult, but it'll probably work out. So first thing is Dark Shadow is a new talent at level 90. Increases the damage while Shadow Dance is active by 30%. Obviously already that's a huge buff, probably. I imagine it will lead to some nutty things. We'll be doing... like, even the damage right now is decent. So whenever that comes out, just more damage. Don't have a problem with it. And then the only bad thing about it is that Shadow Dance, I'm pretty sure, is you only get 2 charges instead of what do we have now, just 3. So what's level 90 talents right now? Okay. We'll probably get rid of Enveloping Shadows, because that no one even takes that. Energetic Stabbing artifact trait now has an increased proc chance of 50%, was 25%, now refunds 2 energy per point, was 5, and also works with backstab. So let's see what that is. Energetic Stabbing. Assuming... anywhere? There it is. Cheap Shot and Shadow Strike. Oh, so you just get, So now it'll work with backstab. And its proc chance is just a lot higher. But the energy you get back from it's lower, but it works with backstab. So just more energy in general. Etched in Shadow artifact trait is now named Weak Point, and increases the critical strike damage of backstab and Shadow Strike by 5% per point. Gloomblade damage increased by 33%. That's this, so it might be worth taking now in PvP, since you'll just bypass armor and do shadow damage. Master Shadows, which I'm pretty sure is this thing. I don't know. Well, it's that thing. Master Shadows move to the level 90 row, which kind of sucks, but because you're going to have to compete that with Dark Shadow, which is the new talent, which increases the damage by Shadow Dance. Let's see. Master Shadows move to level 90 row, gain 40 energy over 4 seconds when you enter Stealth or Shadow Dance. Okay. Nightblade now increases your damage dealt by the target by 15%, with damage over time component reduced by 35%. Interesting. So less dot focused and more just burst, I guess. I mean, I guess it'll do. It's not gonna be anything amazing, I'd say, anymore. I'd say we're probably gonna use Eviscerate a lot more. Even now, Eviscerate hits decently hard. This guy's dead. There we go. So basically the dot damage is going to go down on Nightblade, but it's going to increase the damage you do to a target, which will, I don't know, I think I'm fine with that. Nightblade, it does damage, but it doesn't do as much damage as I'd like it to. Using Eviscerate more will be, like, just eviscerating that guy over there was kind of crazy, because he just kind of melted. Premeditation, move to level 100 row. So, okay, so that's going to move down there, and that's going up there. So you're probably going to be taking... Master of the Shadows, not Master Shadows, Dark Shadow, which is the Shadow Dance increase buff, damage buff thing. Relentless Strikes now cause your finishing moves to generate 5 energy per combo point spent. Okay. He's dead. What's Relentless Strikes? I'm pretty sure that's just a thing that... where is it? There it is. Yeah. So it's just more constant energy intake, I guess. Shadow's Whisper now increases energy gain by 5, or by 8. Okay. Shuriken combos, new passive talent available at level 70. Shuriken Storm increases the damage of your next Eviscerate by 10% for each enemy hit beyond the first. Stacks up to 5 times. Interesting. So these sub-rogue changes, from what they're saying right now, it seems pretty nice. Our burst is going to be a lot more. And it seems like our sustain will be a little better, but nothing amazing. Why? You just sheeped off my dot. Stop! Whatever. Did they have a healer? They do. Can I stealth? Okay. That's not happening. No, I totally fucked up my rotation. Whatever. We're probably gonna lose this. That's gonna interrupt that. I played that guy. I'm so goddamn dead. Let's see. Ooh. Yeah, that happened. Full moon kind of just destroyed me. These changes are interesting. I wish they had... Are they not doing any changes to assassination? I don't see any. Let's see, there's PvP changes, but it doesn't look like anything huge. Yeah, not much else. Only changes and additions to the previous notes. Okay, let's go to the previous notes then. Bang. And let's go to the rogue. It's totally off screen right now, so that's why you guys can't see it. And my editing skills just aren't that good. So it looks like backstab just getting an increased damage too, based on my artifact by 14% on it. All of your traits. Let's look at the actual changes for rogues. Okay, here's the more rogue changes. And there's a lot, so let's wait for this battleground to end. Or not to end. For this guy to die, basically. Okay, that guy's dead. All damage dealt increased by 20%, so just a damage increase in general. Shadow Strike now hits at melee range, was a 15-yard range, so you'll have to be in melee range to actually, I guess, use it, which isn't a big deal because you have Shadow Step. Shadow Strike, when used out of combat, now deals 30% increased damage and teleports you up to 25 yards behind your target. Okay, so you can use it, but once you're in combat, you won't be able to teleport with it. Shadow Step now has 2 charges for subs, which is, I'm fine with that. Backstab base damage increased by 35%. God bless. Thing hits like a wet noodle right now. Backstab damage bonus from being behind target was reduced to 20%, was 30%. So it won't matter as much if you're behind the target, but it's still better if you are. Let's go to Blood Elf. Shadow Dance now has 2 charges, was 3. Shadow Dance is no longer on the global cooldown, so that's, I'd say, a big buff, which means we can get our burst off without having to, I guess, press Shadow Dance while in a global cooldown. Go on this guy. I'll return to the notes once this guy is deleted. Please. Okay. Whoops. Did not mean to go on the pad. I'm gonna invade here. I don't know why this guy's on me. Alright. More changes. Subterfuge duration increased to Shadow Dance is reduced to 1 second. And it was 2. So, this probably isn't going to be worth taking anymore. I'd probably take this over it. Yeah, probably. Deepening Shadows now causes your finishing moves to reduce the remaining cooldown on Shadow Dance by 1.5 seconds. Huh. Interesting. Was 3 seconds, so that's just a nerf, but there's less charges Shadow Dance, which is understandable. Enveloping... I already read that. Deep Shadows now causes all damage you deal to be increased by 35%. I don't know what Deep Shadows is. Is it this? I don't know. Anyway. That's just a damage increase. Master of Shadows, moved to level 90 row. Premeditation, moved to level 100 row. Marked for Death's cooldown, reduced to 40 seconds, was 60 seconds for sub. Symbols of Death is redesigned. It costs 25 energy and now has a 30-second cooldown. Invoke Ancient Symbols of Power, empowering the next cast of your several abilities. And then for Shadow Strike, it generates 2 additional combo points. For Nightblade, it deals 30% increased damage. And for Eviscerate, the critical strike chance is increased by 35%. Is anyone else going to come over here? So sub, next patch. It's going to be crazy from what I'm reading right now. Really looking forward to it, because, I don't know, I think it's fine right now, but the damage next patch is just going to be 10 times better. There's a lot of damage increases in there, which I don't blame them for putting in, because right now we kind of just hit for nothing. Like, we kind of hit for damage, but we kind of don't. I'm gonna cloak here. Just because that elemental was pooping on me. So we'll actually have, like, kind of reliable damage outside of Shadow Dance next patch. Because right now, you're pretty reliant on Nightblade. Which is, I don't know, I'd prefer not to have to be super reliant on one ability for sustained damage outside of Shadow Dance. Because backstab hits for nothing right now. Like, to put it in perspective, backstab hits for as much as a rupture. Which is, I don't know, that doesn't even say a lot since rupture hits for about 60,000, which is, it's still shitty. I don't think comparing damage to an assassination spec is really the best option for me. Pop Serenity too. Rip your burst. This guy's gonna try to knock us all off. I'm just gonna try. Hey, there we go. Oh, I'm banishing that. I ain't about that. I'll go back in, but I don't know, there's a lot of people there. I am by far the best, I suck, but at least I know what to do. That didn't make any sense. Slow this guy. Just full energy over and over again. I'm gonna miss, like, weaving Shadow Dance in and out of my rotation, though. It's probably the most fun thing about sub right now. Oh man, that is depressing. I haven't been doing much this game, and I'm kind of high in killing blows, but not really. Footy X is carrying us. I'm gonna look at the other rogue changes, and maybe I'll make a video about it. There's no assassination changes, really. Hopefully they change that. What's this? PvP stuff? No. Hold on. Honor. Frost. Mistweaver. Rogue. A lot of rogue changes. I don't blame them for it. It's probably one of the weirder specs right now. Just because, I don't know, rogues. Gonna be crazy next patch, so I suggest you guys watch out for it. Those are like really in-depth changes. Well, hope you guys like this video. It's kind of different from what I normally do, where I just PvP and I kind of just discussed and read off the new 7.2.5 changes for Sub Rogue, because I've heard there were going to be huge changes for it. So yeah, I can say I'm excited for them. I'll definitely make a video. If anything, Rogue will be the first guy I make a video on, just because it'll show how stronger it gets. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys. If you guys like it, feel free to give it a thumbs up. It helps me out a lot. If you guys have any comments, questions, or tips, or concerns, feel free to leave it in the comment section below. And subscribe if you guys like what you see. And until next time, I'll see you guys later.